It takes only a 3.5-mile bike ride from the trailhead parking lot to reach the former site of Glines Canyon Dam. Along the way, I've fallen in love with my companion, the Elwha River. I steal glances as it skips between rollicking rapids and placid meanders. Its shockingly turquoise waters make my stomach drop to my shoes. This is probably a one-sided affair. As I arrive at my destination, clouds loom ominously gray overhead, and wind howls down the canyon. It's not the warm welcome I'd hoped for, but no matter. The 210-foot-tall Glines Canyon Dam blocked the Elwha River's flow for nearly a century, along with its downstream counterpart, the Elwha Dam. Both have been gone for more than a decade. Standing at the site of the river's emancipation, I wonder how many times I've actually stood next to a river that runs entirely free, from source to sea. The only number I can be sure of right now is 1. I set my bike against the railing of a concrete catwalk that used to be part of the dam's spillway, one of the few industrial remnants left behind. Globe-shaped streetlights line the walkway, which looks like a pier built out into a bay. When I reach the end, I find myself looking down a narrow, jagged canyon. The water riffles before me a blue-green, and then plunges steeply into a well of churning white water below, near where the powerhouse would have sat. Turbines spinning, buzzing with electricity. All of that's now gone, but the energy naturally moving through this canyon still hums. I look upstream, where the river channel winds through what used to be Lake Mills, the reservoir that pooled behind Glines Canyon Dam. The impoundment once stretched 3 miles and climbed high enough that the water lapped at the steep hillsides covered in hemlocks, cedars, and Douglas firs. Now, with the lake drained, the river braids through the bottom of the valley, and there's a ribbon of recently planted alders and willows, a chaperone between the water and the evergreens. Farther upstream, somewhere far beyond my gaze, in the snow-dusted mountains, their peaks obscured now by storm clouds, lies the Elwha's source, a perennial snowfield in the Bailey Range near Mount Olympus. As the river rushes from the Olympic Mountains, it drains a 300-square-mile steep and forested watershed that has remained largely undeveloped, much of it now in Olympic National Park. The river runs north, tightening into canyons and stretching across floodplains for 45 miles to the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which connects the Pacific Ocean to the Puget Sound. At the river's mouth, a clear day will reveal the southern tip of Vancouver Island. From my perch, I can't see anything below the surface of the churning water, but I know there's a reclamation underway,